we go. Onward and so what is this guy saying? Oh, I don't have it up. The estimate was I'd arrive home with about 7%.
Now turn left onto Eastern Street.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to stop in Brunfels at Buc-ee's. Why not get some lunch too? What? Oh, I got to turn left. What? No, Park Ridge. It's not Park Ridge.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Park Ridge Drive.
Somebody messed that up. Okay, left on Park Ridge. So that's the way we came in. Okay, all good.
Now turn left onto Park Ridge Drive.
Okay, so for those wondering about the Hero 8, yes, the Hero 8 looks like he ran out of battery. Completely gone, so
in
that's
500 feet, turn right onto Airport Boulevard. Now turn right onto Airport Boulevard.
Sounds like my water bottle's rumbling around a fair amount. We're going to turn here. Let's see, 410 East.
Now turn right onto Northeast Loop 410.
Up here. I could have it wrong, but whatever, we'll figure it out very quickly.
In 1,000 feet.
Oh, I guess that road would come out here.
Northeast Loop 410. Now bear right to stay on Northeast Loop 410.
Whoa, wait, what?
In 500 feet, take the Interstate 410 East ramp on the left. Now take the Interstate 410 East ramp on the left.
So I ended up doing the right thing there. Wasn't the default action. It wasn't the action I was going to take. I think I just at the last moment said, oh, wait, I'm doing something wrong. Okay, 410. What? Kyle Parkway. Well, I don't think we're all the way to Kyle Parkway. Did you put in a charger stop or something? What? Come on. Got it. I'm not going to take 410 all the way back. 410 doesn't do. But I think what it is I need to be over the left 2 lanes. This way I'm leaving the lane as well. Actually, I'm in the right place. It says that the old lane markers are still semi there. It's estimating an arrival time at 2:18. Except he doesn't know I'm going to stop at Buc-ee's. So no doubt he's going, hey, wait, what happened? Well, you know, you're saying you could drive at 7%, but I'm already kind of hungry right now. No, I'm not saying no, I'm like 50% or something. And while we're there, we can plug in and charge. Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you. this lane's ending. Oh, that lane's ending, not this lane. Let me move out of the way because he's going to do that. Okay, I-35 exit left side. It's interesting, we're down to 3 lanes. I don't think anybody, I think most people would not be on 410 with the intent to turn right. I think that's what they're trying to say here. Yep, 2 lanes. I-35 Austin. Almost to Texas. It's interesting you guys did it different than the Ridgepoint. Ridgepoint, they had a bunch of cookies and stuff, which was really nice. These guys had food trucks. Okay. But the other thing that was interesting there was in the pickup area, they had somebody having dogs there too. I guess adoption. Right, Lynette? Yeah. I see it ends. I just need to get over. I guess who shows up right at the last moment? Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh! Okay. Are we done with the craziness? Can I get over? Cadillac cut the guy off and he's not going anywhere. Range Rover's like, no, I'm going fast. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to be stupid about it. 32 forever. Okay. Whoa. What are we doing here? South side or something? North side, right? Yes. So we'll be doing this for a ways, yeah. This meeting is 55 anyway. There's a lot of people like, oh, I'll go fast, no, I'll go slow, they can't decide what you're going to do. And yes, for some of y'all, the speed you're going would be a take you to jail type thing. 169. Yeah, it's weird. It's the water bottle. Doesn't seem like it'd be all that much, but it is. Okay, to be fair to Tesla owners, I mean, they said the ribbon cutting was that new. Whatever. Talking to that guy in the shop, wow. That was interesting. Isn't that the Cadillac that was cruising all over the place? I think it is. So at some point I passed him. Now he's passed me back. But neither one of us is going anywhere fast, so I don't know. remember Topper Wine? Yes, coming back from SpaceX. They had a wreck up by Topper Wine. It was a lot nicer than that day. IKEA RBFCU Park. What? Parkway. Interesting. Big old Tesla stuff up there. Look like Model Y. Oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to go that way. What alerted you? The fact that your chance to exit was closing? You already had a solid line. You weren't supposed to cross. But the car in front of you go bearing right. Oh. What? Wait, what? They can all get back over again. I don't know. It's crazy to me. Got right up to this little red car, and he's not going anywhere fast. But I get it. He probably has to pay for his gas. Maybe there's some of those Cadillacs. I don't know. The other one's RBP, and that one there is SWV. As far as I know, this should be 3-lane for a long time. Well, at least 3-lane. So I shouldn't get cut off being in this lane. I should say I should not have to worry about having a problem getting where I'm going in this lane. Mr. Chevy's making me nervous. Like he wasn't quite sure where he wanted to be. New Braunfels 15 miles. How's that for an answer? Yeehaw. So is it 180? 190 maybe? I don't know. Yeah, he made it look like his last minute decision. But where's this guy going? Flying up the road with his turn signal on. Okay. I'll get it. You're being impatient. I'm being impatient too, but my turn signal's not on. I mean, it was when I changed lanes, but it's not on now. Anyway, whatever. Hey, Ray. Peace and harmony. Let all the bad air out. Let all the good air in. And relax. You'll arrive alive. I'm sure it was a national campaign, but Arrive Alive within 5? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was good. Wait, no! I can't let Tesla pass me. I'm going fast, actually. Okay. Fine. Entering Shirts. Leaving Selma. So, long time ago, Selma used to have a courthouse right next to I-35, and they'd have a cop up there riding his scan gun, radar gun, speed trap. not know this if they drove through I-35 enough times. Well, through Selma, I-35. And Selma's a small town. It's like you blink your eyes a long time for a long blink, and you're through it. Okay, it's bigger than that, but not much. Big building to be a theater. HRV. Interesting. Oh, so we need to make some room here. Cibolo. Forza. Oh, people on the flea market? Is that what that is? Look at that crowd. It's 12:30. Oh, what happened to the truck that was here? It's not there now. No, that would be bad. That would be bad for both of you and bad for me. As soon as your trailers start hooking to each other, man, stuff be scattered all over the place. It's like you see those war movies where the fighter pilots are shooting a guy and it blows up and they fly right through all the stuff that was a plane just a few seconds before. But, well, that doesn't sound like a good thing. It's the same thing here. These two trailers collide. At some point, they're going to rip open. That would not be good at all. Still saying 33 miles, you're going to turn on the bear right on the Kyle Parkway. Oh look, I'm up to 10% arrival. Okay, let's go. Yeah. I don't get too close to Forza here. He's It's kind of bending left and right. Waving. Would I say it that way? Fine. It's kind of waving left and right. It's a little scary to me. Leaving shirts. Oh, look at that. They have space here. You can build so you can make you sit right here. Entering New Braunfels. Oh. Tack on. Now all of a sudden, road's kind of wide open. I don't know. After all that traffic that was all bunched up. Of course, I was following those two trucks for a while. But still, it's like, I mean, the car's up there, yes, but I don't know. That's the thing, right? You never spend time trying to figure it out. It'll make you crazy. When you find out what the person who's blocking the whole thing was thinking, it would be too upsetting. Okay, 8 miles to Buc-ee's. I'm kind of wondering why he is thinking I want to pull into the Kyle Parkway. I don't see any superchargers. So it must be, oh! He is going to take me back way. Or a way I don't remember. I may have done it once, but I don't know it. Alright. We'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting. But if you knew that was there, why didn't you direct me that way coming down? Whatever, peace and harmony, it's all good. Look, there's a Kia dealer. A world car. Look at all the cars I have, but that's world cars, all those cars. And that's the Kia dealer. Look at those cars look relatively new. Who knows? So to get out of the Kyle Parkway, I know they were supposed to be making a 45, which I don't know where it connects to. I mean, I've been on the west side of 45. I've been on it before. It seemed like it all of a sudden just kind of cut off and you're stuck on a 2-lane road. Which to me was not fun. Yes, of course. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and cut me off? Put the brakes on. Thank you very much. Thing on Yarflong is slow. Toyota, of course. Don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily hate Toyota. It's fun bashing Toyota when they're being stupid about stuff. I can't figure out what is Toyota waiting for the solid state battery, that third building. That for some reason it's like a Elon thing, right? You know, it's this year, next year, this year. It keeps promising this year. And everybody gets tired of waiting. Well, to me, that's what solid state is all about. And the way your motors work don't depend upon the battery. Because it's just electricity. So you could build cars now with batteries, and when solid state comes out, switch your line to go solid state, no big deal. If you do your engineering correctly, you will plan for it. Whatever, peace and army, it doesn't matter. Within 2 weeks, I will probably be driving the last car I'll ever own. Ah! Yes, I see that we're slowing down. Yes, I see it's a Chevy. Oh, he's following somebody else, he's following somebody else. It's this Jeep pulling this really heavy looking trailer. Is it full of lead or something? I mean, I'm guessing I could hook it up on my car and I wouldn't even notice the weight. I mean, the aerodynamic effect, I might notice a little bit. And you're driving a Jeep, so you're driving a big box in front of you. Come on, Bubba, where is it? Where is it? I'm hungry. I want to stop. Next exit. Canyon Lake, 191. In case you missed it, there's the Buc-ee's on the food sign, and there's the big Buc-ee on his own sign to himself. And gas. Well, they didn't mention electricity. Hey, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I've been here. One of the band contests, two of the band contests, we came to that Canyon High School, or whatever school that is. And they were among nice men. Oh yeah, you're a bus driver. Here, you go ahead and go in for free. I mean, from my perspective, that's really the way you treat the bus drivers. Because all those kids got here because the bus drivers are driving the buses. Right lane closed ahead. Oh my goodness, look at all this backup. That looks like it's going to be bad. But it looks more like people just can't figure out what they're supposed to do. Well, let's start with go straight, follow the lane. As soon as we pass it, bend right.
In 1,000 feet, take the interstate.
Don't you use the camera you have built in your car. What's that? You don't have a Tesla. You don't have a camera. Oh man. Should have bought a Tesla.
Now take the Interstate 35 north ramp on the left.
Yes, Tesla. The way Tesla sets up their cars is the world apart. So all these guys saying that they're going to have their own autonomous driving, you want to go like, how are you going to do that?
In 500 feet, turn right onto North Interstate 35.
Is there any hope to go that way? No? Wow, what is going on today? That's handicap parking. Looks like half the world's here today. So that's not gonna work out. It's all customer parking? Wow. Oh, look, there's parking space there. Barbie Stewart. They're the ones that drive for Buc-ee's. I should have picked that spot.
In 500 feet, turn right onto North Interstate 35.
So, like, it would be cool if I could just go right across there. Just cut across. Cut across, shorty. It sure looks like half the world's here today. Oh, I said I was going to plug in and charge. Well, then let's go down this way. Figure out how I can get down the other way. I'm so used to driving ice cars. Incredible. So I don't want to just cut between the cars and the gas pumps. That sounds like it'd be stupid. I mean, if somebody did something different, you would be in trouble. Oh, she went, so I can go too. Okay. There comes the old woman going, yeah, I can go too. Well, I didn't do it, whatever it is. So, how are you going to get out of this place, man? That may not be possible to get out of here. No, not there. Okay. It's backing into the spot anyway. Light's still flashing, so we're still good. Oh my goodness, I wish I hadn't stopped here. I should have stopped in Shirts at H-E-B. Yeah, if that's just version 2. I think that's version 2. This is version 3. But at the breakneck, insane speed that we're going. And so you want to make it official? 1 miles an hour and just came to 0, hold. Oh, jeez Louise. Yeah, I'm waiting for this car to go by. Is that okay with you? Oh, there's another car. And of course, he's going to go into that car.
In 500 feet, turn right onto North Interstate 35.
Oh. Okay.
Now turn right onto North Interstate 35.
Oh, go! And there he goes.
In 500
Okay.
feet, turn right
You weren't
onto North
serious.
Interstate 35.
This is going to be impossible to get out of. Oh, look, they have labels on these.
Now turn right onto North Interstate 35.
That feels pretty close. Okay. Oh my! Look at these ice vehicles are trying to figure out what do I do? How do I go forward? I guess they're looking for a gas pump, right? Could be. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me move on. I don't know when I skin this cat.
Now turn right onto North Interstate 35. In 500 feet, turn right onto North Interstate 35.
How's this working out? So it seems to me that this is going to be a little tricky getting out, but I will eventually bend back around to I-35. I've added what, 16 kilowatt hours. So I'm no longer going to. Now going to ride with 29%.
Now turn right onto Creekside
9
Crossing.
or 10, whatever it is. Whoop, whoa! Oh, he was racing to get in. Okay. Yeah, see, I would really have to be over in the other lane across the street, and I'm not going to make that. Oh, this is a right turn only. That's what's going on here. Come on, come on. Figure out where you're going and go. Okay, so with that said, I can come into this lane. Actually, you know what? I could have went right. That went all the way through. Oh, I could have went through and then come out right with that traffic light. Whoops. Security Service Credit Union. Are they building it? Vandergrift.
Now make a U-turn at Town Center Drive.
How do you think I'm gonna do that? That inside lane would have to open up for me to get over into.
Now make a U-turn at Creekside Crossing.
Okay, but I'm dragging out much longer than you want me to, but
in 1,000 feet, make a U-turn at Sophie Lane to stay on Creekside Crossing.
Can I make that turn?
In 500 feet, turn left onto Sophie Lane.
Okay.
Now turn left onto Sophie Lane.
Let me get to it. Oh, hard left, hard left. All right, so back on track. Let's figure out how to get back on I-35, and we're going to find out we're behind a bunch of slow people. Yes, I said that. I dare you to show me different. I can almost guarantee you that they're going to be going like, where am I going? Well, you head north towards Austin. Not sure what the hard part about it is. What's that? Too much crinkling? Don't pay attention to crinkling. Doesn't involve you. Besides, I said I had to stop for lunch. That was the primary reason for stopping at Buc-ee's. Unfortunately, half the world in this area is stopped at Buc-ee's too. But you know, if you're driving a gasoline-powered car, you're obligated to drive for 400 miles before you stop. What's that? You don't do that either? Well, so many people say they have to. But whatever. It is what it is. So, shall we go? Yeah, let's let these guys go in front of us because we're not going anywhere. Okay, get over.
In 500 feet, turn right onto North Interstate 35.
What is this? Oh, it is no
Now
lane.
turn right onto North Interstate 35.
It is bending all over the place. He's out of control. Well, I do have my cameras to look, so it's not like I'm doing it blind. Far left. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't realize there'd be other cars on the road today. Yes,
In
there
1
is.
mile, take the Interstate 35 north ramp on the left toward Austin.
Okie dokie. Oh, look out for the Avalon. Yet another Toyota. He's counting on Faith to keep him safe. Not safe driving. Not safe car. Just Faith. Yeah, it looks like traffic's actually moving. What chance it's still going to be moving when I get up here? Look, it's Walmart guys trying to get out. Well, the guy right behind them. What are you waiting on? Dude, too many cars. Although there's an opening behind me. There he goes. Right lane closed ahead. What?
Now take
All
the
this
Interstate
traffic?
35 north ramp on the left.
What? What? Whatever. He's an army wherever. Entering the highway. Oh, the car I can't see, but well, he shows up in the camera, so I can see him. It's just in normal practice, I wouldn't see him. Of course, he was in the lane over, so it wouldn't matter. Okay, so yes, of course. Yeehaw. Alright, so the subject I was thinking we ought to get into. Oh, he went to the other side. Yeah, sorry, there's the F-350, whatever it is. And he has an Aggie plate, or Aggie tow hitch thing. So of course he's an Aggie. So he's storming up behind me, and I'm looking to see who's next to me, because I'm wondering why he's not going. He's just storming up behind me. Well, it turns out there's a semi, and this guy right here, Odell. He moved into the middle lane. So the F-350, for all his effort of streaming up my bumper, had no place to go. Fortunately for him, he was able to slow down, get over 2 lanes, and go in the inside lane and go up. Of course, not sitting up there, so he's going up, but it's not that far, that much. Peace and harmony. Manor Road. What? Oh, you changed the route, didn't you? I think the car changed route. It wants to go up 183 now. And that's just great. Okay, whatever. So it's difficult to have a conversation when you're busy looking at other stuff. So, but I'm driving, so I'm supposed to be driving, right? Oh, speaking of driving. Okay, tack on. Do I really want to go through Austin? Austin I-35 traffic is so horrible. You know, it's not horrible all the time, but I remember years ago, many years ago, I was speeding. I got a ticket for it. I was driving on I-35. I was on the inside 2 lanes instead of supposed to 2 outside lanes. So for a while they're split and then they come back together. And shortly after the spot where they come back together, there's this female cop. She's in the second lane over, waving at me that I should pull over. She's on foot. I thought that was crazy to see a cop doing that, but that's what she was doing. In those days, you could do it and get away. Right? There wasn't that much traffic. Those same 4 lanes are the same 4 lanes that we now handle in 2023. Like 25 years later, it's the same setup. And forget the fact that I-35 is a major north-south highway heading down to Laredo. But in addition to that, we have over 1 million more. How many more people do we have living in the Austin Metroplex? I seem to recall it was around 800,000 at that time. And now we're up around 2 million. Actually, it was on news yesterday, the day before. We're now the 10th largest city in the United States of America. Austin is. I assume they mean the Austin Metroplex, but whatever. So, just in the city itself, in the Metroplex of Austin, that's so much bigger. I'm not even sure if they're counting Georgetown in that count. They should. I mean, there was once a time when, as one of the radio ads say, there was the wide open space between Round Rock and Georgetown. And yes, that was a thing at one time. There was Gaddiscoe Road. They had people who were selling 5-acre lots out on Gaddiscoe Road, and I was thinking about getting one of those lots if I could just figure out how to get to it. I mean, if I figured out how to get there, I would. Of course, I don't think anybody has a 5-acre lot out there anymore. They subdivided all those. Anyway, I started out with traffic. And navigation wants to take me through this 4-lane section of highway. I'm sorry, it's 4 lanes one way, so it's 8-lane, right? The 8-lane section of highway that just gets so crowded. And even though it's a Sunday afternoon, my expectation is it's going to be busy. That's why I was much happier with whatever that back way was that was showing initially. And it changed it up on me. Just got to stop the charge. Mr. Cadillac. Yet another CTS. Oh, I guess I can get over now. Okay. Let's do that. Boy, these cars coming in. Okay. Oh, I remember seeing that car earlier. What is it? Somebody's going to the shop to fix it or something. Like somebody started customizing this car and like as if they didn't get it complete. I don't know. Maybe he wrecked it. They put a lot of engine tuning time into it. I'm sure they want to just repair it. Street trees. We're in the 60 zone, okay. much distraction. So what I was going to do was talk about advertising. So, you know, there's a group of investors who are strongly encouraging Elon and Tesla to advertise. The thing that bugs me is Tesla is already advertising, so it's not like they're not advertising. Do you see them on TV? No, they're not advertising on TV. Do we need to chase a market that's on TV? I don't know. I mean, I get so much. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, so that's where I get most of my advertising. And because some of the guys on YouTube say, "Oh, we're going to try out the Twitter thing," so I got on Twitter because of that. So I see Tesla ads on Twitter. And of course, on Twitter, I mean, it makes sense because who owns Twitter? And on YouTube, makes sense because it doesn't cost you anything to put up a video. Now, I assume if you're running an ad, that'll cost you money, but to put up a video, I mean, I put up videos all the time. I mean, this will end up being a video at some point, but I don't have to pay anything to put up that video. And in order to, so on YouTube you can monetize a channel. Yes, I have a channel. You're watching it now. But in order to monetize, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, if I understood it right. I have a handful. Don't get me wrong. To me, I'm just playing around, really. So the 27 people who did join my channel or subscribe, thank you very much. I mean, that's I can't tell you how much it blows my mind that I have more than 5 subscribers. That's cool. And I have one video that's at almost 2,000 views. So you know that people are sharing it with other people, saying, "Oh, look, here's this guy's kind of explain how this works." I mean, it's just plugging into a 120 volt, plugging your portable connector to a 120 volt and charging your car. I mean, to me, you gotta know, you gotta have some kind of idea of what it's going to take, right? I mean, yes, you can do it. If you drive a lot of miles, it's not going to be enough. And well, why wouldn't you do a wall charge, a wall connector? Oh yes, I have a wall connector in my house. Yes, it costs money to install it. Not everybody's going to do that. And all I'm really doing is presenting options. And so my friend who was buying a Model 3, or thinking about buying a Model 3, I had to come up with the answer to, well, here's what will happen when you just plug it in at home on 120 volt. And for her, that's enough. Wow, the camera looks like it's a little flat in the back. I mean, the suspension. Anyway, so advertising. So that's my basic feeling is they already are advertising. So if you go on YouTube, look for Tesla. It's their own channel, Tesla. So, for example, they had a video on there talking about how they build the crumple zones on the car and how they designed it to move stuff away from the driver and the passenger. And you know, maybe this is not a kicker to you, but this is a kicker to me. The kicker to me is, and you can open the door after a crash like that, where the whole front crumple zone is crumpled, but the cabin didn't crumple, so the door is still lined. The roof line had crumpled. You can open the door. You don't have to get out the jaws of life to open the car up. That was a YouTube video Was it a commercial grade video? Yes. If you were to go up to, let's pick on my favorite TV station, if you go to KVUE and say, I want to run the spot on the 6 o'clock news, you could put it on there. Now you might want to add some opening and closing sections to I don't remember exactly what was in it, but the content of the video itself, it's probably run too long. I don't think it was not a 30-second spot. So it would take some production to fit it in. But I mean, you can put it on with some production and play it. Okay. So yes, is it possible? Yes. My biggest question. So for those of you who haven't watched TV news for a while, so our local Austin station, one of them, KVUE 24. So they have a 5 o'clock, a 6 o'clock, and a 10 o'clock evening news shows. So you could find a spot on, and you could advertise the local Austin area, and get the message out. Okay. So if you haven't watched the news in a while, you may have no idea what I'm talking about. There's a lawyer. His name's Jeff Davis. He advertises on KVUE and on the other stations as well. I guess he made a settlement, got a lot of money out of it, and so now he's pushing to get more people on. That in itself is not overly offensive or anything like that. But the thing I don't like is he yells. And in some of his ads, come on, do I have to do this again? Hey, no, you don't have to click. I'm switching out. So let's say Tesla, following all these wise people's advice, actually puts in a video, an ad, and say it's right after this ambulance chaser lawyer. That's what they used to call them in the old days, right? They chased after ambulances. So now in Texas, it's legal to advertise on TV saying, I'm the greatest lawyer in Texas and you should come to me. I will get you millions for whatever insert injury you have. And I'm not saying that if you got an injury you shouldn't be compensated, but sometimes it goes overboard. But that's another story. That's another thing. My basic question is, say your target audience is the people who watch the evening news, but say they can't stand this one guy who yells all the time, so they tune out. If your ad comes on after this guy yells at you, you might as well not play the ad. You're not targeted. If you listen carefully to what Elon is saying, he's saying he believes in having targeted ads. Now, a targeted ad is somebody who's thinking about getting a new car or has a car and may be open to the future idea of replacing that car. That's what the target market would be. So, 10-year-old kid, they're not a target market. 80-year-old person who does not drive anymore wouldn't be the target. A Tesla employee, so to speak, wouldn't be the target. I mean, the point is you're narrowing down what your real target is, and with TV, you're just shotgunning. Well, speaking of Jeff Davis, there he is on a billboard ad. Except there he looks like a nice guy. Anyway. I think so there is another side to all this. and that is, for example, when's the last time you ever heard anything about Toyota? You probably haven't heard anything bad about Toyota. You probably haven't heard anything about the Toyota EV misadventures. I mean, the BZ4X. What a chaotic scene. Although you may have heard something about Toyota saying, oh, we don't have enough lithium in the world to produce batteries for every EV. So we shouldn't make them EVs, we should make them hybrids. Whatever. I'm not asking you to pick any sides in this fight. What I'm saying is, if it's a message that Toyota wants put out, you're more likely to hear it. If it's a message that's embarrassing Toyota, chances are the people who get so much Toyota advertising are less likely to say anything bad about Toyota. And it's not just Toyota. Tesla's very unique in this world. All the well-established companies, they all advertise to some extent. So that's the other side of it. Is if you spend the money on advertising, then these people that you might otherwise not get anything from are more likely to suppress something negative. And so one of the things that people say, and I'm getting a little off the track exactly, but anytime a Tesla catches fire, you can almost guarantee it's going to get a lot of media attention. Not the hundreds of cars that catch fire every day. I don't know what the real number is, but it's actually a fair number. I mean, if you're driving a gas car, like the Pinto, although the Pinto got real famous, and that wasn't really fair to them. But you're driving a gas car. If you rupture the gas tank and you find a spark, it will catch fire. Guaranteed. Right? It's just guaranteed to happen. But you don't hear about those too much. Now, if it's a big accident that shut down I-35 during rush hour, you heard about the I-35 being shut down. You didn't hear that it was insert car name here that caught fire. I mean, if it was a semi, they might say something, but even there, they're not going to say what the brand of the semi was. So I mean, it won't go in the same way. Ah, it's a Nissan! Look out! Look out! Look out! Ah! You see how much safer a Nissan, Tesla is than a Nissan? The only reason why Nissan didn't get in an accident? Hey, look, he has to get over anyway. Why'd you get in front of me if you didn't have to go? Oh, you're going to get out the exit. Uh-oh. 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 I guess if I had waves going, it would have told me something. I see a big yellow line, but okay. Anyway, advertising. So that is the advantage of spending lots of money on advertising, is all of a sudden these companies will be nicer. Or maybe nicer. Although, let's face it, I mean, if you say Tesla's something, you get a lot of clicks. It's just the way it is. Anyway. So, my feeling is, yes, Tesla's already doing advertising. Now, are they targeting? I mean, people keep saying, oh, but my buddy here needs to know that in 8 years, his EV will still be running. Well, I don't know how you're going to satisfy those people unless you force them into it. Not exactly what you want to hear, is it? I mean, when somebody comes, well, I've had my car for a year. It'll be a year next month. You're like, oh, well, you've only had it for a year, so you don't know. Okay, you have a point. But I've done my research. I've checked. Oh, look, all the cars that got out are getting back in. When are we going? Yeah, I got to go up 5 positions. Okay. I don't know why we're going slow. It doesn't appear to be any reason to go slow, other than the traffic in front of me. Pure Michigan slowness. You know, I had an uncle that worked for GM. Anyway, so that's my feeling. That's some of my feelings in advertising. The problem I really ponder is, well, but you really want the ads to be targeted to a certain group of people. Although the question of, well, I don't know how long my battery lasts, because I heard people say you got to replace your battery every 2 years. Well, who told you that? Right? Nobody in the industry told you that. Nobody who drives EVs told you that. At least EVs will believe in EVs. You know, so, yeah, where'd you hear that from? How do you overcome that? It's just people being stupid about it. And having Tesla come out with an ad saying, here's what we expect to happen, the guy would still be going, well, but that doesn't tell me for sure. No, it's no guarantee. Things do happen. Sometimes water gets inside the battery pack somehow and starts corroding stuff. That is bad news. What's the chances of it happening is very little. Well, speaking of not making any progress, there's that red semi pulling that bulk tank behind it. We've all been together for so long. Wait, I stopped at Buc-ee's, right? I don't know, whatever. So, there are the people who go like, but the batteries won't last. Yes, they will. And people have asked me, I said, I expect my battery. Okay. So I recently heard some comment that basically Elon said he expects the battery to last 450,000 miles. Or it's built for that. The car frame body is built to last 1 million miles. Okay. What do you think? Should I hop up on the toll road? No. It's all green now. If I can just get through this traffic. All the people who had to get out to go around the slow traffic are now getting back in, slowing the traffic. Whoops. And of course, Pure Michigan didn't realize he was going to get out in an accident. So he's blocking people. So, that's my basic question is, unless the point is to get the media outlets to be like, oh, give me all your money, Tesla. And Tesla gives us money and they go, oh yeah, that's good. If that's the only reason, then say that's the only reason and do it. Right? Play a meaningless ad with 30 seconds of peacetime or ocean waves. You know, do something meaningless. Because I don't think showing an ad telling somebody that it lasts 10 years, or that it's guaranteed not to go below a certain percentage for 8 years. And I mean, charge life, not I mean, obviously, when you go down to 7%, yes, your battery went down to 7%, but when you plug in and charge back up, it'll come back up. So when your battery is degraded, it will charge up to a certain level, but that's as far as it'll go up. Actually, it's like a car I drove, and I was kind of trying to figure out what happened, but I don't know the car well. So I put in 100%, and it stopped at like 96 or something. 93, I forgot exactly. But it was an old Model S. Okay, so, and Elon said he wants to have has to have an educational purpose. Okay? Teach people about battery life. Okay, that's a good thing. Because so many people are so convinced. I mean, they replace their phones every year or 2 years. So, car batteries would be the same thing. No, it's not. I mean, the phone battery is pretty small. It doesn't have any control over how much heat or coolness it gets. And people expect that it's going to wear out within a couple of years. So, nobody's really upset about that. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's the outline of Austin. Oh my goodness gracious. So I had to wait for you to go by. But now you're in front of me, you're barely moving. So anyway, advertising, yes. So I can see where, and you know, it's like when you used to get newspapers. I mean, almost nobody does newspapers now. It's the same kind of thing. Oh, I had to get my dealership ad in the paper so that they say nice things about my dealership. Whoa, there's no way that was safe. Right? That's the only purpose. You can't get the visibility, you can't get the attention unless you pay that money. You know, nowadays, I mean, who gets newspapers anyway? I mean, I can see buying a newspaper, go on a plane maybe. Maybe some people still do that. Oh. I may be stuck going up to 183 at this rate. Well, right now it's open to the right. I'm not going to go right yet. Well, that's Slaughter Lane. So, what is it? All these people who think advertising is the greatest thing in the world think we're going to accomplish with it. And how do they imagine it's going to happen? What strikes me is the announcement of a year and a half ago. It's a year and a half ago. GM was running some Super Bowl ads. I get it. GM needs to spend the money to get favorable coverage, that kind of stuff. Fine. But guess what their ads, ignoring everything else, what did their ads accomplish? What happened the day after the Super Bowl, that Super Bowl? You had hundreds, if not thousands of people all Googling Tesla. Did Tesla run an ad? No, they did not. But who benefited from that ad? Yes, GM made sure that the media coverage, the media outlets, remember GM, because GM spent the money, but GM didn't sell any EVs. GM didn't even have any EVs at that time. Well, they had the Bolt. I think Bolt may have been on lockdown. I don't remember for sure. Bolt's been such a roller coaster. It's not, I don't see it as the Bolt's fault. I mean, the Bolt's a reasonable car. If GM could figure out how to produce the car at a reasonable cost, I mean, a reasonable profit, let's put it that way, it would be a great car. Anyway, the whole point of that was GM ran these ads, and as a result of running these ads, Tesla got the sales. So, if Tesla runs ads and it ends up GM's getting the sales, what was the point? There was no point to it. It was a loss. It was money spent that you lost and did not bring any revenue. And there's no way that's a successful combination. So that's what I see. Now, different people see it different ways. I mean, I get it. Maybe you want to target some of the older gen, or the baby boomers, because even people born in the 50s, were 1950s, are called baby boomers, or at least up to a certain point. I never understood what that line was. So yes, I mean you can put an ad on the news, depending upon how the person watches, pays attention to the news, they may see it. Again, maybe they won't. Who knows? And it could be the guy who saw it, like, oh, well, it sounds like a really cool idea. Wait, oh, those cars are worth, they cost $100,000. So a lot of people still think Teslas cost $100,000. And I would tell you that last year, although, yes, they made a ton of profit. Oh, congratulations. But to control demand, they hiked the price up. So what does that mean? People know, like, oh, well, it costs this much money. Now, how do they know that? You go to Tesla.com. I mean, it doesn't seem horribly complicated. Easy enough to do. But then I used to work in IT, so I have some advantages there. Although there's stuff that kids nowadays know that I'm like, what? I didn't catch it. Yeah, it's not on my level of understanding. That's part of the reason why I retired. Stuff's moving so fast compared to what it was when I first started. Man, things are so different. I mean, the basics are still the same. It's the technology to satisfy the need. All that technology base has shifted. Anyway, so ads. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, if the guy asked the question, it just stood up and said, and my point is that you should be just fertilizing the media outlets with money so that they're nicer. Yes, but Tesla catches on fire downtown Austin, gets more clicks than almost anything else. Almost guaranteed. Right? So even if Tesla had paid off this, let's say KView.com. There are 4 media outlets, 4 network-based outlets in the city of Austin. I don't know if Spectrum still has their own TV news. I'm sure there's other outlets. I mean, there's several radio stations that are the same kind of thing. If I can get a click, I'm going to do it. And I'm not saying it's right, wrong. It doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. The main question is, what does Tesla get out of the advertising dollar? And it sounds to me like it's going to be very hit and miss. More miss than hit. That doesn't really benefit Tesla. So why do it? Yeah, whatever. I'm being negative and pessimistic, maybe. Although I like to think I'm being realistic. That's nice. Come on, Mr. Florida, we're in a big town now. You don't want people to cut you off, you gotta stay close. Although I get it, I mean, it's a 50-50. Because these people, oh no, I'm in too big a rush. Anyway, peace and army. So what else can we advertise? So I already mentioned the battery thing, the life of the batteries. You know, a lot of people have heard that the chargers are broken. And yes, there's a lot of people on YouTube who, you know, they're just doing their job, so to speak. But the people who don't know the difference between a Tesla supercharger and a XYZ DCFC or direct current fast charger. For the people who don't know the difference, this is never going to work out for them, because they already have their minds closed on it. So which way are we going? Should I stay or should I go? You can't decide either, can you? I mean, where are you going? Car in front of me is slowing down. I'm speeding up. Where am I going? To Johnson City. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, the thing about chargers, I mean, who knows? I don't know any right way to do it except get all the people who have broken systems, help them get fixed. I don't know how you do that. Now, if Tesla got the Magic Dock out countrywide, said here's how it works, then people probably go like, awesome, I can deal with that. Oh no, look at that, they're all backed up. Is that me? Is that them? That's them. That's them, not me. That's me over there. Okay. So that's okay. So what? Yeah, I see him. Well, I didn't see him, but I could hear him. So what else is there? Oh, the cost. So I've touched on the cost. You know, if I had it my way, I mean, if I heard right, the initial plan is that when they build the $25,000 car, that's going to be built in Mexico for Latin America, basically. Now we can argue about what that $25,000 car is. I think it's a lot closer than people think it is, but it's like the guy I talked to down in Tesla today. I said, look, there's a rumor. I know. Okay, sorry the camera cut off. The battery ran out. So it lasted pretty good, I guess. I haven't added up the time yet, but that's okay. So what I was about to say was I was talking to somebody from Tesla, and they were talking. I think they were talking about. There's been a lot of rumors about a refresh on the Model 3 and possibly the Model Y, and changing how they're produced, and therefore reducing costs, and therefore reducing the price. There's been a lot of rumors. Yes, I think there's some truth to it, but you don't know when it's going to show up, and you don't know what the effect's going to be. There's also rumor of the compact car, but that one looks like it's going to go to Latin America, at least initially. So that's not coming anytime soon for us in the U.S. So anyway, that was the rumor I was going to lead into, or the two rumors actually. Anyway, peace and harmony. Yes, I talk a lot during the videos. Actually, I usually don't talk when I'm driving, but I've seen some other guys doing this and they're like, okay, I mean, I can do that. So I'm trying it. You know, the idea is that if you have a long video, you can cut out the parts that are interesting and make a shorter video. I don't think I'm going to do that with this, but so you heard me talking about Tesla advertising. And more specifically around advertising, you heard me talk about battery life, about the cost of the car. I forgot what the other, and then there was a commentary about the folks who they've already made up their mind, so they're not going to change it. Whatever. I mean, that's fine. Everybody has their own approach, right? And if we're going to get along with each other, we have to respect that. That's the way it is. And so I think there was another part I was talking about. So you've heard a lot of commentary about the way people are driving. And there's a particular brand I'm kind of calling out. And if you didn't hear it, what I'm basically saying is, it's easy to make fun of that brand when they're going out of their way to look dumb. So for those who don't understand what's going on, the chief scientist at Toyota has come out and said there is not enough lithium in this world to make enough battery electric vehicles to satisfy demand, that everybody should use hybrids. Of course, lithium is one of the most common elements. I mean, maybe not the most, but it is somewhat common. I mean, it's the processing, it's the refining of the ore, right? They call it metal. Anyway, it's the refining of that is holding things up. It's not the existence of it. So whatever. So and the other thing I mentioned is if you haven't heard it, Toyota has built an EV called the BZ4X. The BZ4X famously was taken off the market because the wheels wouldn't stay on the car. Now, some people are questioning whether or not that's what actually happened. They might have had a different purpose for pulling off the market. Who knows, right? I mean, I would rather take Toyota out at their word and believe they could not manufacture a car where the wheels would stay on. And for those of you who want to have a Subaru, the Subaru Solterra, their EV car, is actually a BZ4X under the covers. So those two cars, whatever. And of course, there's a Lexus version of it, the RZ450 or something, E, whatever it is. All three of those cars are basically the same car under the covers, at least to some extent. But anyway, peace and harmony. If you're a real Toyota fan, you want to go EV and you have to have a BZ4X because that's what they have, more power to you. Supposedly they have a Corolla EV as well, but I don't know if they're going to sell it in the US or not. I would suggest you try that one if you really have to have an EV from Toyota. But anyway, peace and harmony, that's all good. So anyway, the main point of trying out the cameras is to make sure the battery life will last. And so that cut out just as I'm turning on to 290 West in South Austin. So you missed a whole hour of me getting home, going down the back way, so to speak. Whatever. There's so much traffic all around. It's just the way it is. And of course, I live way, way out west of Cedar Park, so it takes me even longer. Anyway, peace and harmony. If you find the video interesting, that's great. If you find that I'm rambling too much and you're losing interest, don't feel obligated to watch it. I mean, it's just not worth it. But anyway, onward, upward. Now that I've added it all up, the run time for the video port from the camera was 1 hour 20 and 23 minutes. Not as much as I thought it was, but there it is.